Delighted to say that Jair Brown now joins us on the channel, 49ers second-year safety. Jair, Chiefs week, for your rookie season, what a phenomenal run it must have been to the Super Bowl. But considering who you're facing this week, is there a bit of extra juice going into Sunday?
Yeah, it definitely is. They're undefeated right now. They've been playing great. Um, it's always exciting to go against another great team. Always exciting to go against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, Andy Reid, and the rest of the crew. They do a great job over there. Got much respect for them, and I'm excited to go out there and compete.
From what you're seeing on film this week, they've lost so many key players. Rashee Rice, the running backs have been decimated, and yet that kind of next man up mentality that they've seemed to have and the way that they're getting really good performances out of guys. What have you seen from them that's really stood out for you?
They do a good job, man. Sticking with the game plan. Guys are down and everything. That don't matter to them. They come out with the same mentality they do every game, which is they want to win, and that's what's gonna make the game so interesting because we want to win as well.
Having that little mini bye coming off the back of that Thursday night football win over the Seahawks, what does that do for your preparation for this week? What does it do to help you, considering they're also coming off a bye as well?
Yeah, well, it allows you to tune into some extra film. Get your body right. Um, and that's really the big key factors when you're coming off of bye weeks or, like you said, mini bye. Just getting that extra recovery time and that extra film study you get in to prepare you for the Sunday's game coming up.
Without Mooney last week, for you guys to step up and have the game that the back end of the defense did have, and particularly for the two rookies to both get a pick, that must have been fun to go to Seattle and do that. Talk to me about how impressed you've been with those guys and how much fun it was in Seattle last week.
Man, that was dope, bro. Both our young guys, RG, Malik, went out there, got a pick. Malik opened it up, first drive of the game, got a pick. And RG got more of a game-stealing pick for us. And those young guys, man, they can play, man. And we knew that when they first got in, and they're just showing the world.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Charvarius back this week for the Chiefs as well. He, as a guy you share that locker room with, he must be determined to get back and face his former team as much as anyone else.
Yeah, he always ready to go, man. He was a little high. He couldn't be out there last week with us. But this week he should be out there with us, and we're going to be ready to go.
Absolutely love it. And look, what's been the message from the coaches, from your defensive side of the ball for this week? Going up against that Chiefs team, has there been any special message coming in, anything that you've been told to be prepared for, anything that you're being sold on, whether it's emotionally or kind of making sure that you guys go into this with the right mindset, considering all of the hype and the storylines that are going to be going on around it?
We kind of block all that stuff out, it didn't matter if this was the Chiefs, whoever it was coming up, we're going to go into every game with the same mindset, and that's to win the football game. So it was no extra messages being that it was the Chiefs this week. No kind of, I know the media like to paint a picture of, revenge and all that. No kind of revenge games or anything like that. This is simply great football. We want to see Sunday, and we feel like the better we execute, the better this game going to go for us.
Do you guys feel like on the defensive side, what I'm seeing on film and when I'm watching you week in, week out has been a gradual improvement on the season? Is that what you guys are feeling?
Yep. We've been turning it over, man. We started off a little slow, but we picked it up over these last couple of weeks. Guys are getting more comfortable, guys are dialing in a little more. And we're ready to keep getting better, man. We're ready to keep going out there and putting it on tape, playing against the best and proving ourselves.
8 stops for yourself in that game, but I also wanted to mention Nick Bosa, 14 pressures, most anyone's had in the league for 3 years, and the last guy to do it was him 3 years ago. Just talk to me about how special Nick Bosa is.
Man, Bosa a different breed, man. I don't think you find no other DN out there like Bosa, man. Bosa's first of all, he's a freak of nature, a man built entirely differently from everybody else, and he just go out there, man. He competes, man. He doesn't say much. He lays it on the line. You know, I know he's a little upset about making them 14 pressures and not 14 sacks, but uh, eventually he would get there, and he'll eventually turn all those pressures into sacks.
Nice to see him take down Mahomes this weekend. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. It'll be nice to see that.
So delighted to have joining the channel now rookie wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers heading into, well, it's Chiefs week this week. That's what everyone is talking about, obviously. Jacob Cowing is with us. Jacob, thank you so much for coming on and joining us. What's the mood like ahead of the Super Bowl rematch this weekend?
Yeah. Good energy, good vibes from everybody. I think just going into this week, everyone's going to attack practice extremely hard, get in the film room, getting our playbooks, and just go out there, just study hard, and then so when Sunday comes, we can go out there and just play fast and play our game.
We've just been hearing from Coach Shanahan on the podium, and obviously the big talking point the last couple of days is the lift that Ricky Pearsall's return to training has given everybody. What's that been like for you to have your fellow rookie back in the building after this kind of wild story of the last couple of months?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Or have you lost me?
Okay.
There you go. I lost you.
That's all right. No worries. I was just saying, we've just been hearing from Coach Shanahan at the podium, and the big story of the last few days has been Ricky Pearsall's return to training. You know, fellow rookie for you. What's that been like having him back in the building? What energy has that given everybody, and what emotions did you feel seeing him out there catching passes?
Yeah, good energy all around. Everyone gave him, a huge welcome back. Before practice and after practice. Just also seeing him in good spirits. Him having a huge smile on his face, being happy for him to come back on that field, play with us, and have some fun and go out there just winning games.
I can't even imagine what it's like for an organisation so close to the season to go through that. And the way he comes out and just has that real swagger about him as well. Like, it was a real joy to see on Monday.
Absolutely. That's just who he is. Always has positive energy towards him. Always wants to smile. Always want to have others around him smile and have a good time. So that's just who Ricky is.
I think you called him the coldest white boy you'd ever seen, which
White dude I've seen for sure.
Absolutely love that, man. Talk to us a little bit about the preparations for this weekend. That defense on the other side of the ball, so strong over the last couple of years with Steve Spagnuolo. Watching it on film for you, first time going up against them, what have you seen from their tendencies, and what gets you excited about going up against this team?
Yeah, I mean, very good defense. They have a lot of returners coming back from last season. So they have a group of guys who played with each other, know the defense pretty well. So I think it's going to be a real good matchup for us. For the receivers and the DBs. The DBs challenging us receivers to get open. They have to be very handsy. So I think all around it's going to be a very, very good matchup for the both of us. And then at the end, they just go out there and have some fun, play some ball, and see who comes out on top.
You need to be physical to be a wide receiver in this system, right? But I feel like you've very much got to be physical this weekend. It feels like that's going to be a lot of press off the line and a lot of opportunity for you to be showing when you're out there how physical you need to be.
Absolutely. Just the number one thing about the NFL, you got to be physical. It don't matter which week, what game, what team you're playing, you got to be physical no matter what. But just like I said before, this week coming up, the defense, they're very good. They're very good with their press technique. So just be able to find ways to win off the line and get open and create something explosive down the field.
It's been fascinating to watch the development of this offense this season without Christian McCaffrey, the improvement in the red zone last week, but more than anything, I feel like the rest of the football world is finally turning to the opinion that 49ers fans and tape watchers have had about Brock Purdy for the last 2 years. What have you seen from him with your first season working with Brock Purdy? What he's like there in the locker room, what he's like out on the field?
Just very intentional, very detailed with his craft. Very mindful of everything going around him. When it comes to being on the field and running through plays and everything, just to see how intent and detailed he's telling us receivers and certain ways that we can to kind of overcome certain defenses that are thrown our way. So that's the one thing that I've definitely seen with Brock, and then even just in the locker room, just very humble. Likes to get to know each one of his teammates and create a bond with each one of his guys. So all around, Brock is a good dude on and off the field, and I'm just happy to be part of this team with him and just continue to strive and get better each and every week.
Considering the opponent this weekend, what everyone went through just kind of 6 or 8 months ago, has there been any special messaging this week? Has anyone been rallying you guys particularly hard, considering it's the Chiefs?
I wouldn't say necessarily that, but I mean, at the same time, I think everyone knows what's at stake and everyone knows what's ahead of us. So, and everyone on this team knows what our goal is. So I think that's our only focus right now is just our goal and taking one week at a time, and then we'll just keep going.
And for you as a rookie, you went through your college years. During the time you were in college, these guys went to 4 Super Bowls and won 3 of them, right? Like, so it must be a wild moment for you to be going out there and seeing Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and those guys on the other sideline and knowing that that's the level you're now at, that's the competition you're going against.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a little bit of a shell shock at first, being on that field with certain guys. I grew up watching playing this game, and it's definitely a surreal moment. But at the same time, now I'm here, so now I got to make the moment as best as I can, and also go out there and compete and win my reps. And when the opportunity presents itself for myself, just go out there and ball and play my game.
Love that, Jacob. Well, look, we wish you the very best for this weekend game, live and exclusive on the talkSPORT network here in the UK. And 4-3 would feel a lot better than 3-4, with a little revenge for those guys who were there in February.
Absolutely, appreciate that.